Hi everyone, welcome to the School of Chemical and Life Sciences, or CLS for short. My name is Paul and I'm a senior lecturer here at the school. In today's presentation, we're going to talk to you about CLS, introduce to you all our courses here, as well as to show you our facilities and the innovation centers that support our school. Current students will be here to share with you their experience as a student, as well as their internships. We will also be talking about the career opportunities and further education that are available to our graduates from our courses. And here to share about all this information will be the Director of CLS, Dr. Tan Tuan Lin.
So, very warm welcome to the School of Chemical and Life Sciences, or CLS. So, we have the first intake in 1967. So, as you can see, that's about 50-something years old. We have journeyed with the nation as it moves itself from the industry age to the current technology age. And we are training the technologies for key industries such as food, chemicals, biopharmaceuticals, as well as healthcare. So we offer a whole range of courses which range from the full-time diploma courses for the 17 to 19 years old, coming in from JAE. We also offer courses that are actually part-time courses for the adult learners. And this includes the advanced diplomas, the specialist diplomas, as well as the part-time diplomas. So I'll share with you a little bit more details about these diplomas later on. We have a team of about 150 staff, technical and acad staff, as well as adjunct staff, to support the learning of about 650 new diploma students each year. Next, I will go into the applied sciences diplomas that our school has, and the first one would be the applied chemistry, so DAPC for short. That's for the science that innovates for better living. The curriculum is accredited by the Royal Society of Chemistry, UK, as well as by the Institute of Materials, Minerals and Mining, IOM3, also from UK. Fundamentally, applied chemistry is based on the use of chemistry in applications such as industry chemistry, pharmaceutical chemistry, as well as the material science. So next, I will move into the Diploma in Biomedical Science, or DBS for short. It's the science that saves lives. Students from this diploma will embark on specializations in either medical technology, cardiac technology, or biotechnology. And the curriculum itself is recognized by the international accreditation from the American Society for Clinical Pathology, ASCP, in the USA. What I'd like to highlight about this course is our close collaboration with the National Heart Center, whereby we have our cardiac technology students that actually enter the National Heart Center for their training before they graduate from SP. Okay, the above two applied sciences diploma actually focused on the diagnostics as well as the analytical side of things. Whereas for this next two diploma that I'm going to talk about, they focus on the innovation. Okay, the first one would be the Diploma in Food Science and Technology, or Science that Spices Up Lives. So as you might be aware, SFA, or Singapore Food Agency, have been putting up 30 by 30 rule, which is to produce 30% of the food supply by the year 2030. And indeed, students or graduates from our Diploma in Food Science and Technology will be supporting that course. So this curriculum is actually accredited by the International Union of Food Science and Technology, or IUFOS in short. So students from this diploma can actually choose the way they learn. First, whether they would like to go through the typical lecture, tutorial, practical, or they would like to go through a project-based type of learning. So we call it diet and bite in short. Okay, you can learn more of this in our website. The next diploma I'm going to talk about is the Diploma in Perfumery and Cosmetic Science, or DPCS. We are the only diploma program in Singapore that offers specialization of making use of chemistry in the applications in the perfumery and cosmetic science. And the motto of the course is science that invokes the senses. And the curriculum is accredited by the Royal Society of Chemistry, RSC, in the UK. Okay. Later on, our students will actually share with you more about the interesting curriculum that we have for this. It's known as the Industry Now Curriculum, or INC. Okay, next, I'm going to talk about another two diploma programs from CLS. The first being Diploma in Chemical Engineering, or DChemE. So it's the science of building a sustainable future. It makes use of the foundation of math and applied sciences and build upon it to allow our students or graduates to move things from lab scale all the way to manufacturing scale. The curriculum is accredited by the Institution of Chemical Engineers, or IChemE from UK, and it follows a CDIO curriculum framework. CDIO stands for Conceive, Design, Implement and Operate, and this originated from MIT. So students go through their modules and curriculum using the CDIO, and when they graduate, they will be very competent engineers. Okay, the next diploma I'm going to talk about is the Diploma in Optometry, or DOPT. Okay, it's the science that provides eye care. So basically, Singapore has a high incidence of myopia, and we need professionals such as the optometrists that we are training to actually help us to manage this myopic condition. So this curriculum is actually accredited by the OOB, or Optometrists and Opticians Board, under the Ministry of Health. Okay, besides the full-time diploma program I spoke about earlier, we also have various part-time diploma courses as listed here. I'm not going to go through all of them. We also have work-study programs, which leads to advanced diplomas as well as specialist diplomas. So what's interesting about this is that it offers our graduates an opportunity to go beyond just going to university. They are also able to upgrade themselves with certifications such as our Advanced Dip and Specialist Dip in SP. Okay, next, whatever curriculum we have, it is only one thing. It must actually come together when we have our robust facilities that we have built over the years. And I can be very sure that you will enjoy this facilities tour with us. And so please enjoy the video.
The Energy and Chemicals Training Centre is a comprehensive facility that provides us with hands-on experience and a realistic work environment. Small-scale benchtop experiments are also conducted to innovate new products. We even get to operate a fully equipped integrated pilot plant that is 2 stories high. Here, we simulate the authentic experience in the industry where operations are remotely controlled.
Welcome to the Food Science Laboratories. These are the labs that Diploma in Food Science and Technology students use to discover the world of food, from raw ingredients, processes, and packaging to finished consumer products. In these labs, we develop, evaluate, and apply different food ingredients and flavors.
The Materials Performance Center houses state-of-the-art equipment which supports the learning of knowledge and skills needed in the core areas of Singapore's chemical industry. Nestled within our Materials Performance Center, the Materials Innovation and Design Room is the nexus for innovation, enabling rich interactions between students, staff, and industry partners. Students acquire deep skill sets to operate, perform, and evaluate various materials. Using our industry-standard processing equipment and 3D printers, students are exposed to the importance of process optimization from design to production.
In biomedical science, students can choose to specialize into different specialization based on their interest. In the medical technology specialization, students acquire skill sets to perform clinical diagnostics tests from samples, including blood. In the cardiac technology specialization, students will learn about the various types of heart-related diagnostic procedures, like the electrocardiogram. In the biotechnology specialization, students learn to produce biologics such as insulin, vaccines, and other biological substances.
Welcome to Singapore Polytechnic Optometry Centre. Students gain real-world working experience attending to real public patients, working alongside qualified optometrists. A standard consultation room enables students to conduct detailed eye examinations. The instruments here take photo of the back of the eyes and provide cross-sectional view of certain parts of the eye to assist students in their analysis. The latest digital optometry equipment not only enhances learning but also prepares students for optometric practice.
Welcome to the Perfumery and Cosmetic Science Center. Here, we formulate personal care products, such as moisturizing creams. Professional equipment, such as the corneometer, are used to help us develop better products. We also learn how to identify olfactory families. We are able to concoct perfume bases through the accurate addition of fragrance materials using analytical balances.
Okay, besides the fantastic facilities that we have to support our students' learning, we are also very thankful to have the SP Innovation Centres as listed, the Advanced Materials Technology Centre, the Consumer Chemicals Technology Centre, and Food Innovation and Resource Centre that is housed in SP and staffed by professional scientists and technologists working on real-world projects. So as these scientists and technologists work on industry-paid projects, they actually bring our students and staff along for their upskilling. So our students actually will learn and benefit from this as they graduate not only with a diploma, but also with credentials of having worked on paid industry projects. And so we are very thankful for these centers to be partnering us in this TNL initiative.
Hi, welcome to the student sharing portion of this presentation. With me here is Cheryl. Cheryl is our Year 3 student in our Diploma in Perfumery and Cosmetic Science, or DPCS for short. Hi Cheryl.
Hello.
Thanks for coming for this interview. I understand you're on internship right now?
Yeah, correct. So I'm a Year 3 DPCS student and I'm currently completing my 44 weeks of internship with Ikeda Group.
So can you share more about what do you do in the internship?
So in my internship, I mainly do ingredient research under the research and development team, and I'm also in charge of a few projects, namely the pimple cream, eye cream, moisturizers, and also cleansing oil.
So can you share with us how the curriculum of DPCS has helped you in your internship?
So for DPCS, in Year 2, we actually undergo this thing called Industry Now curriculum, which is the INC. So for INC, it's a student-led project, and we have to plan out our laboratory timings ourselves. So unlike practical lab sessions, we don't get a formulation to follow. We actually have to think of our own formulation and create our own working prototype.
So now that you are at Year 3, you're thinking back all the way when you still start poly, what makes you choose DPCS as a course of your choice?
Looking back in secondary 3, I had very problematic skin and dealt with acne. So I was very insecure about my appearance, and my mother had given me creams and serums to help with my acne issue. So that's how my obsession for cosmetics began. And after O-levels, I thought I couldn't study something that I wasn't interested in. Thus, I decided to make my obsession my education and decided to join DPCS. And that's how I actually entered DPCS through the early admission exercise.
So fast forward back to now, now you're at Year 3. What are your plans after you graduate?
So for DPCS, there are many roads to go down, and you can further your studies in university or go overseas and get a master's. You can also start working if you would like. And for me, I personally choose to go further my studies in a local university. So I'll probably be taking a chemistry degree to complement my specialized diploma, which is Perfumery and Cosmetic Science.
Okay, that's good. Maybe to the audience, you want to describe your life in general as an SP student over these 3 years?
Life in general as an SP student is very fun, and also despite the many modules that we have to take every semester, you actually still have time to join extracurricular activities and also have time to yourself at home. Although it is not a stress-free 3 years of your life, it's definitely memorable, and in hindsight, this SP life experience will definitely be something that I look back on and miss. So just don't live with regrets.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I have with me Jelena. Jelena is a Year 2 student in our Diploma in Chemical Engineering. Hi, Jelena.
Hi.
Jelena, can you tell the audience why do you choose chemical engineering as your choice?
Okay. So I chose chemical engineering as my choice because since young I have a passion for science, and I'm always curious about how products, certain materials, certain chemicals are actually being manufactured and produced. So this actually sparked my interest into choosing chemical engineering course. Yeah.
Can you describe your life as a chemical engineering student?
Okay, so my life as a chemical engineering student, despite having to attend lectures, doing studies, we actually have a lot of hands-on trainings, hands-on activities that can actually help us to better understand what was actually taught in class. So, which actually makes my learning experience better and more interesting. Yeah.
I understand in your chemical engineering, you used a facility called the Energy and Chemicals Training Center,
yes.
the ECTC.
Yes.
So what's your first impression of it?
Way before I actually even entered the ECTC, I actually heard about it, so I went online to search it up. And I found a virtual reality tour that actually shows the different facilities that's inside the ECTC. And when I actually got a chance to finally step into ECTC, I was shocked that it was so much bigger than what I expected, which is amazing. And how everything actually really looks like an actual pilot plant. Yeah.
Amazing facility, right?
Yes.
So what do you actually do there?
Okay, so normally we actually use ECTC to do our practical work. And before even conducting the practical session, we must be in our coveralls, our safety boots, and our gloves, helmets, and goggles. And for like safety precaution, and it is also a practice, as safety is always very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you plan to do after you graduate from chemical engineering?
Okay, so after graduating from chemical engineering, I want to further my studies and maybe work more into research base. And I would like to join my dream company, which is A-Star, so that I can develop my skills in researchers and also gain more experience through that company. So yeah.
That sounds like a very good plan. So Jelena, now you're in Year 2. Can you describe your life in general as an SP student?
Okay, so life in SP is actually very fun, very enjoyable, and very memorable for me. As I'm in the softball CCA, so I've met a lot of new friends, a lot of people from different causes. So I got to work together with them to train and even have fun together. So it's seriously very enjoyable and
Right.
memorable experience.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jelena.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Okay, of course, you might be wondering, what's next after CLS? What's next after their diploma? So our students gain entry into the various autonomous universities as listed on this slide. And they also go to overseas universities if they wish to pursue degree programs that are not offered locally. So as you can see, our students actually enter various programs. I may share with you a few of them. First being chemistry, biological sciences, chemistry and biological chemistry. Some of them also pursue chemical engineering. Yeah? And we are happy to share that actually we have about nearly 40 students that have entered medical school, some of which has completed them and become full-fledged doctors. We have some that have entered dentistry school and pharmacy school. Recently, we have a big group of students that have also entered into the allied healthcare degree programs offered by SIT. And this is to support the nation's aging population and growth. Okay. Some of our students also decide that science is one aspect and they wish to find out more about business. And so they can go to SMU, SUSS to discover more. Okay. In the overseas universities, our students do get accreditation and also exemptions. So they may do a year or two shorter than their peers if they choose to go to the overseas universities. You may find out more at our website. Beyond their curriculum, we also encourage our CLS students to participate actively in competitions. This is actually to enhance their learning experience in SP, and so that they can actually apply what they have learned in their curriculum into actions. So in this case, on the left, you'll be able to see our chemical engineering students or DChemE students. They participated in the IChemE Malaysia Innovation and Invention competition, and they won a bronze award. Okay, even though you might see this is only a bronze award, but actually it is commendable because they are competing against universities around the region. Okay, on the right, you will see our food science and technology students participating in various competitions. First off being the Hungry Games. Okay, a group of 6 DFST Year 3 students actually work with Haisia seafood in terms of how to convert fish waste, such as food waste, such as fish gills or guts, into fish sauce. And this allows them to turn them into valuable products. Okay, for the bottom right hand side, we will look at the Big Food Debate Challenge, which is participated by our Year 1 DFST students. She got excited when she saw the challenge, and she grouped up or teamed up with actually alumni from DFST who is now currently studying in SIT to participate in the competition. What they did was actually to convert eggshells into valuable ingredients that can be used in various food products. By now, I think you will be excited to hear about what are the career options that are for our graduates when they complete their diploma programs from Singapore Poly. So for applied chemistry, they can go on to work in the chemical industry as a chemical technologist, quality assurance or quality control analyst, laboratory analyst. So for biomedical science, they can go on to become a medical technologist, cardiac technologist in the hospital, or assistant biotechnologist in the biopharmaceutical industry. For chemical engineering, our graduates typically go into the process industry, the oil and gas, or energy and chemicals, to become process technologists, laboratory technologists, as well as QA/QC engineer. For food science and technology, our students actually proceed to become food technologists, food safety officer, and research and development technologists. For optometry diploma, they typically, when our students graduate from our SP diploma, they will actually proceed to achieve a provisional license with the OOB, whereby they will practice and eventually become full-fledged optometrists. They can also take on role as a research optometrist if they wish to, or a lens consultant. Okay, for perfumery and cosmetic science, their exciting journey may lead them to becoming assistant perfumer, product application chemist, as well as a formulator. Okay, beyond the universities, there are multiple pathways that awaits our graduate. Okay, I'm just sharing a few examples of life cases of our graduates who have gone on to do things different instead of pursuing a degree program straight after their diploma. So, Qian Ru is our student from the Diploma in Biotech, and she interned at the Novartis Singapore in her final year. After graduating from SP, she was actually offered a contract by Novartis Singapore and started her job as a manufacturing biotechnologist. Currently, she's working as a manufacturing system expert with Novartis. Okay. Next up is Chi Pei, who is actually from DFST, or Food Science and Technology. She interned at Ingredion Singapore, and after graduating from SP, she joined Ingredion Singapore under our work-study program, leading to an advanced diploma in food science. So in this case, she has chosen the path of actually working and studying at the same time, instead of pursuing a degree. She's now working as a laboratory technician. Next, we have Adele, who's actually a graduate from DPCS. Okay, she's actually taking on the entrepreneurial pathway. After graduating from SP, she actually took on a job as a full-time cosmetic formulator for Verdun Lab. And she's also very entrepreneurial and found her own nano brewery, known as La Vie. You might be interested in the type of scholarships that our CLS students and alumni can receive, right? So listed here are some of the scholarships that our alumni received this year. So 2 CLS students actually received the NEA Industry Scholarship Program for environmental services. Okay. We have 13 CLS alumni have received the Healthcare Scholarships Award by MOHH. We have also 2 CLS alumni that have received Singapore Industry Scholarships to support their undergraduate education. So what's important is that we cannot show all our scholarships here, and our students do receive a lot of universities scholarship as well to pursue their undergraduate studies at the Autonomous University. So besides the graduates, our CLS students, when they are doing their diploma with SP, they are also subjected to quite a few scholarships that are available to them. This includes the A-Star Science Award, the SP Scholarship, or SP Engineering Scholarship. And we also have bursary programs to support students that are in need of such to complete their diploma program. So you might be wondering, why? Why should I choose SP CLS? Okay, maybe I will tell you a personal story. I'm a proud alumnus from SP. I graduated from SP 20-something years ago. I've benefited from the education that SP has provided, as well as the opportunities that have followed. Okay? So I will urge you to join us, because I would like to be given this opportunity to pay it forward so that I can impact you as well. Okay? Please watch the following video for more information about CLS. Without science, we cannot advance, we cannot innovate. Only with science, then we are able to provide, better healthcare, better food supply, as well as better materials that we wear on a day-to-day basis. The sciences that we learn enable us to create new diagnostics, vaccines, or even cures for diseases beyond just the pandemic.
Consumers of today are keenly aware of health and food trends. As a global health and food performance ingredient supplier, we can testify how much potential the food and science sector has. BASF sets up this facility in collaboration with the Singapore Polytechnic to better serve the needs of our customers in Asia.
So we have a wide range of state-of-the-art facilities that allows aspiring scientists to put their knowledge and skill sets to a test. We house the first ever Asia's Perfumery and Cosmetics Science Center. We also have the Food Innovation and Resource Center, where our students from the Food Science and Technology Diploma are able to use their latest innovations to come up with new food products together with them. We also have our Optometry Center, Medical Technology Suite, as well as the Biologics Corridor to help to upskill our students. We also have our Energy and Chemicals Training Center and our Smart Lab, which are key players in Singapore's Industry 4.0 drive. These experiences complement classroom learning and help to seamlessly transit our students into the workforce as well as to further their studies.
SP provides us with deep theoretical knowledge, and along with that, they also teach us hands-on practical skills that allow us to solve practical issues that are faced by the world. I have always been interested in the field of biotechnology, and I think SP firmly set me on the path to be a researcher in biotech. So the field of biotechnology and medtech is a very exciting one, and SP provides a very strong foundations, future-proofing the students for them to take part in this very exciting journey moving into the future.
After this incredible video and the amazing things about CLS told to you by Dr. Tan, if you have further questions about CLS, you may like to check out our webpage or scan the QR code on screen. Thank you very much for attending this presentation from the School of Chemical and Life Sciences.